Not long ago, the British monarchy seemed to enter a new era of hope and transformation. The world's eyes turned to Buckingham Palace, where the centuries-old institution appeared to be embracing a new chapter, one that promised both continuity and change. The spotlight shone brightly on Prince William and Kate Middleton, the poised and dutiful future king and queen, as they were joined by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Together, the four were quickly dubbed the Fab Four by the media, a nod to their popularity and the Beatles-like excitement they generated. Their first joint appearance at the Royal Foundation Forum in 2018 was met with a wave of excitement and optimism. Crowds and commentators alike sensed that something special was unfolding, a new generation of royals united in purpose, ready to take on the world's challenges. Four young, charismatic royals appeared united, their camaraderie and laughter suggesting a genuine bond. They seemed poised to modernize the monarchy, blending tradition with a fresh, relatable approach. Meghan, an accomplished American actress and advocate, brought a fresh energy and a passion for humanitarian causes. Her background and experience outside the royal bubble offered a new perspective, and her commitment to issues like gender equality and mental health resonated with a global audience. Even Queen Elizabeth II was reportedly fond of Meghan. Their early joint engagements radiated camaraderie and mutual respect, signaling to the world that Meghan was not just accepted, but celebrated. William and Kate embodied the traditions and responsibilities of the monarchy, while Harry and Meghan brought a dynamic global focus. Together, they seemed to strike a perfect balance between duty and innovation. For a brief, shining moment, the balance seemed perfect. The Fab Four were hailed as the future of the monarchy, inspiring hope for a more modern, inclusive royal family. But beneath the surface, differences began to emerge. The pressures of royal life, intense media scrutiny, and the weight of expectations started to reveal cracks in the facade. Meghan's modern style and outspoken nature soon clashed with the deeply rooted traditions of the royal household. Her willingness to challenge the status quo was both admired and criticized, creating tension within palace walls. The initial harmony gave way to subtle strains, rooted in cultural and personal differences. Rumors of disagreements and misunderstandings began to swirl, hinting at deeper issues behind the scenes. The stage was set for a royal drama no one had anticipated. What began as a story of unity and hope was about to take a dramatic turn, forever changing the course of the modern monarchy. The first sign of a cultural clash between Meghan Markle and the British royal family was as simple and as powerful as a hug. What seemed like a small gesture would soon ripple through the palace walls. Meghan, a natural hugger from sunny California, greeted William and Kate with open arms and a warm smile. For her, this was second nature, a way to show kindness and break the ice. But in the royal world, greetings are steeped in tradition. Handshakes, polite nods, or the occasional kiss on the cheek are the norm, carefully choreographed to maintain a sense of decorum and distance. Meghan's affectionate nature, so endearing to many in the public, often clashed with the palace's preference for restraint. Her warmth was genuine, but it sometimes jarred with the centuries-old formality of royal life. The royal family has always maintained a careful distance, cultivating an air of mystique and separation from the public. Meghan, on the other hand, wanted to connect, to bridge that gap with a simple touch or a heartfelt embrace. Even behind closed doors, William and Kate's formality persisted. Meghan was surprised to find that the reserve she saw in public was also the norm in private family settings. She soon realized that the public reserve wasn't just for show, it was woven into the very fabric of royal life, shaping every interaction, even in the most intimate moments. That first hug became a powerful symbol. Two worlds colliding, two cultures meeting in a single, unforgettable moment. It was a gentle tremor, but it foreshadowed a much larger earthquake to come, hinting at the deep cultural differences that would soon shake the palace to its core. The cultural gap was now impossible to ignore, setting the stage for the challenges and changes that would follow Meghan's arrival in the royal family. William's discomfort with Meghan's informality wasn't personal. As heir to the throne, he's been trained to uphold royal protocol and stability. For William, formality maintains boundaries between royals and staff. Meghan's casual approach blurred these lines, raising concerns. William advised Harry to slow down, hoping Meghan would adapt. Harry saw this as a slight, deepening the brothers' rift. William's reserve was about protecting the institution, not rejecting Meghan. It was a classic clash of duty versus modern sensibility. Palace staff quickly noticed the differences between the Sussexes and Cambridges. Meghan's American work style disrupted the traditional hierarchical culture. Some staff found her energy refreshing, others felt overwhelmed. Stories of early morning emails and high demands fueled gossip. The term Duchess difficult emerged, painting Meghan as demanding. Staff compared the formal Cambridge household to the hands-on Sussexes. Tension grew, leading to the formal split of the households. Staff reactions played a key role in widening the divide. For Meghan, royal life meant navigating a maze of unwritten rules. Every day brought a new protocol to learn, a new tradition to respect, and a new expectation to meet. The grandeur of the palace was matched only by the complexity of its customs, and Meghan quickly realized that even the smallest gestures carried immense significance. She valued authenticity and emotional expression, clashing with royal stoicism. Meghan, who had always worn her heart on her sleeve, found it difficult to adapt to an environment where emotions were carefully concealed and personal feelings rarely discussed openly. Meghan was surprised by the unchanging formality of William and Kate, even in private. She had expected that behind closed doors the family would relax, but the formality persisted, creating a sense of distance that was hard to bridge. Attempts at humour and informality often fell flat. Jokes that would have sparked laughter elsewhere were met with polite smiles or silence, leaving Meghan feeling out of place and misunderstood. Her efforts to modernise family dynamics met polite resistance. While she hoped to bring a fresh perspective and encourage openness, the institution's traditions proved deeply rooted, and change was not easily embraced. Meghan's struggle was with the institution, not individuals. She recognised that the people around her were bound by the same rules, and that their reserved behaviour was a product of centuries-old expectations rather than personal coldness. Joining the royal family meant becoming part of a national symbol, not just a family. Every action, every word, was scrutinised by the public and the press, and Meghan felt the weight of representing something much larger than herself. The expectation to suppress her personality proved unsustainable. Over time, the pressure to conform took a toll on her well-being, making it harder to maintain her sense of self. Meghan's confusion was understandable. She sought genuine connection in a world built on symbolism. She longed for real relationships, but found herself surrounded by ceremony and ritual, where sincerity was often hidden beneath layers of tradition. The adjustment was more than she could have anticipated. The reality of royal life was far removed from the fairy tale, and Meghan's journey became one of self-discovery, resilience, and ultimately the courage to seek her own path. Meghan brought an ambitious American work ethic to royal life. She woke early, sending emails and ideas to staff before dawn. Her hands-on approach was admirable, but overwhelming for palace aides. The royal household was used to a slower, more methodical pace. Staff felt stressed by the constant communication and high expectations. High turnover in the Sussex office fueled negative press. Meghan and Harry wanted a dynamic, modern team, but clashed with tradition. The friction was about professional cultures, not personalities. The always-on mentality collided with royal routine. This added yet another layer of stress to their royal lives. Tensions soon spilled into the public eye. Books like Finding Freedom and Battle of Brothers detailed the cultural clash. Meghan felt unsupported by the institution, left exposed to criticism. She was told she wasn't a paid celebrity and shouldn't expect media protection. Meanwhile, staffers claimed Meghan's demands were unreasonable, leading to an internal review. Conflicting accounts painted Meghan as both victim and difficult boss. The palace became a battleground of competing narratives. Every action was scrutinised, deepening the rift. Mounting tensions made the Fab Four arrangement unsustainable. In 2019, Harry and Meghan established their own office, separating from William and Kate. The move acknowledged their divergent paths and ambitions. The split was framed as practical, but symbolized a deepening rift. Harry and Meghan built a team aligned with their global vision. Their new Instagram account allowed direct communication with the public. The separation gave each couple space but formalized the division. Media compared every announcement, fueling competition. Instead of resolving issues, the split put them in different arenas. Less than a year later, Harry and Meghan stepped back from royal duties entirely. In hindsight, the Fab Four story is a tragedy of circumstance. Meghan arrived with optimism, unprepared for the power of tradition. William, shaped by duty, saw protocol as essential to stability. Their clash was about more than personalities. It was tradition versus modernity. Palace staff were caught in the crossfire, adding to the crisis. Harry was torn between family loyalty and protecting Meghan. Misunderstandings spiraled into deep divisions. Even a simple hug became a symbol of cultural conflict. With more empathy and guidance, perhaps a different outcome was possible. Instead, two worlds failed to find common ground, ending a promising chapter in royal history.